Back to my channel. Here we are still working on perspective drawing, as we have made use of visual ray method to solve a problem in which we draw the perspective view of a point. So now I have a question, and the question here, I'm going to read the question, then we go on and analyze it, and then we produce the perspective view of this particular object. So the question says a straight line AB 40 millimeters long is parallel to and 15 millimeters above the ground plane and inclined at 30 degrees to the picture plane. The end A is 20 millimeters behind the picture plane. The station point is 40 millimeters above the ground plane, 50 millimeters in front of the picture plane, and lies in a central plane which passes through the midpoint of AB. Draw its perspective view. I'm going to take the question again. A straight line AB 40 millimeters long is parallel to and 15 millimeters above the ground plane and inclined at 30 degrees to the picture plane. The end A is 20 millimeters behind the picture plane. The station point is 40 millimeters above the ground plane, 50 millimeters in front of the picture plane, and lies in a central plane which passes through the midpoint of AB. Draw its perspective. That is the question that we are going to be working on now. Now, let's start and see how this problem can be solved. What we are going to do first is to draw a horizontal line. So we draw horizontal line which is going to represent the picture plane. So I'm going to write here PP as for the picture plane. So I'm going to write PP here. So this represents the picture plane as we have it here. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is that, as we are told in the question, that the end A of the line is 20 millimeters behind the picture plane. The end A of the line is 20 millimeters behind the picture plane. So I'm going to come somewhere here. Then I'm going to draw a line, a vertical line. So this vertical line, 20 millimeters up, 20 millimeters up. So that is 20 millimeters, and this is going to be point A here. So here I have point A here. As we are told in the question that the line is at an angle of 30 degrees to the picture plane, at angle of 30 degrees to the picture plane. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line from this point, just a short horizontal line to this side. So we have this, and then from this point A here, I'm going to draw a line that will be at angle 30 degrees to the horizontal line that I just drew. So we are going to draw a line. So the line goes like this. So here we have this line. So the line is 40 millimeters long, as we are told in the question. The line is 40 millimeters long. So I'm going to take a measurement of 40 millimeters from here. So this is from here. So this is 40 millimeters. So let's locate the midpoint, because the question says that the central point is at the midpoint of the line. So this line is line AB, so 40 millimeters. So this is end B of the line. So let's take this point. So this point here, so let's call it point C, as we have here. That is the midpoint of the line. So is point C that we have here. Now, so having done this, so the next thing that we are going to do is that I'm going to draw a vertical line from this point so that we can locate the station point, as we are told that the station point is 50 millimeters in front of the picture plane. The station point is 50 millimeters in front of the picture plane. So I'm going to take down a vertical line here like this. Okay, so we have this. So on this vertical line, so on this is the center plane or central plane. So I'm going to take a measurement of 50 millimeters down from this point on the picture plane. I'm going to take 50 millimeters down. So this is from here. So this is 50 millimeters down here. So we have this to be 50 millimeters. So this point that we have here is the station point. So I'm going to put S at this point here. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that I'm going to join this point S and A. I will join them together, and I will also join point S and B together. So this is it. So we join the station point together with end A of the line, and then also with end B of the line. So we join the station point together with end B of the line as we have here. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to work on the ground line. So ground line, any distance away from the picture plane, any distance at any convenient distance away from the picture plane. So I want to position it here. So I want it to be here. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So this is the horizontal line. So this horizontal line represents the ground line. So I'm going to put GL here. So for the ground line as we have here. Now, part of the question as we have, we are told that the station plane is also 40 millimeters above the ground plane, 40 millimeters above the ground plane or ground line. So the station point is also 40 millimeters above the ground plane or ground line. So we are going to be taking a measurement of 40 millimeters above this ground line. So I'm going to take my ruler, and then I will set it on the ground line like this. Okay, then I will take a measurement of 40 millimeters up. So this is 40 millimeters here. So 40 millimeters here. So here I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So this horizontal line is going to represent the horizon line. It's going to represent horizon line. So I'm going to call this HL. So for horizon line. So this is horizon line. So the second station point, it will be located on this horizon line. All right. So then before we locate the point, before we locate the point, but as we have drawn a vertical line here, so this point here, where this vertical line that passes through the station point, so touches this horizon line. So this point that we have here, so this particular point is going to be S what? S prime. That is the station point 2. Then let me come back here. There's something that I ought to have done here. So this point where this line that connects this station point and the end A of the line together, that is this point on the picture plane. I'm going to call it point A1. And where this line that connects this station point with end B of the line, where it touches this picture plane, I'm going to call this point, I'm going to call it B1 as we have here. So let's take note of that. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do here, as the question says that the point is 15 millimeters above the picture plane. The point is 15 millimeters above the picture plane. I said it in the question. So the point is 15 millimeters above the picture plane. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to project a line. So from this point A here, so we project a line from point A here on the, from this point A, we project a line. So we draw a vertical line down here like this, So then we now take a measurement of 15 millimeters up the ground line. So this is 15 millimeters. So I'm going to call this point, I will call it point A prime. So this is point A prime. Then the next thing that we are going to do, as we are told that the line is 15 millimeters parallel to the ground plane. The line is parallel to the ground line, and is 15 millimeters above it. The distance between the point, or the line, so the distance between the line, to the ground line is 15 millimeters, and line is parallel to the ground line. So we are going to draw horizontal line through this point. We draw horizontal line through this point to this side here like this, as we are told that the line is parallel to the ground line and 15 millimeters away from it. So let's draw the line that is parallel to the ground line. So we are going to draw a vertical line down here from this point. We draw a vertical line down here from this point B, from end B of the given line. So we draw it like this, okay? So looking at this line, so this line, this point will be point B prime, okay? So this line A prime B prime, as we have it here, as we are told in the question, is parallel to the ground line, okay? But what we're asked to do is to draw the perspective view of the line. So we have not drawn the perspective view of the line. Now, to now draw the perspective view of the line, so what we are to do is that we are going to connect this end A prime with this station point, this second station point, that is S prime, and then this end B prime, we connect it together with S prime. We connect together with S prime as we have here, okay? Then to now draw the perspective view of the line, so what we are going to do is that from this point A1 here, okay, on the picture plane, we are going to draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line from here to touch this line that connects A prime, S prime together. And then from this point B1, we also draw a vertical line to touch this line that connects B prime, S prime together. So this point here is point A, okay? So this is point A, and this point is point B, okay? So we have this point to be point B. So we are going to join these 2 points together, point A and B. So we join them together like this, okay? So we join them together like this as we have it here. So this line AB is the perspective view of this given line. It's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. When you practice this, you become a master at this work. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.